I'm going to put a 90-day price target on this, but I think there's a possibility it could beat that. All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. My name is Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk to you about a company named Marathon Digital Holdings, stock ticker MARA. We cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel, so if that's content that you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoy this video, please remember to smash the like button. It does help us quite a bit. A little bit about myself. I have a background in accounting. I was a CPA. I've spent the last 30 plus years working with numbers. I've also been a retail stock investor for the last couple of decades. My goal on this channel is just to share some of my knowledge with you, and hopefully we can all make some money along the way. Also, I want to let everybody know the channel is doing a 10K to 100K challenge, and I've put a link in the description down below to a video that describes that in more detail. Finally, we have a link to our free Discord in the pinned comment. Again, you can join for free. I spend quite a bit of time on there. I like being interactive with you guys. So with that said, let's get to Marathon. I'm going to go right to their press release. I'd like to go through this because it has a lot of information in it. It has the December operating results, and, as a function of that, the year's over, so they give a lot of the annual operating results. After we do that, we'll look at some fundamentals, and then I want to look at the chart and talk about potential price targets. Okay, so Marathon Digital Holding announces Bitcoin production and mining operations update for December 2021. This was put out January 30 yesterday, right after the bell. First bullet point, annual Bitcoin production increased 846% year over year to 3,197. Monthly Bitcoin production increased 147% month over month to a record 484.5 Bitcoin, as total Bitcoin holdings increased to 8,133. So their total Bitcoin holdings on their balance sheet are more than any other publicly traded company in North America by far. However, they did buy about 4,000 or 5,000 of those at the beginning of the year versus mining them. So not all of those were self-mined. The other thing worth noting is they say 147% increase month over month, but that is very misleading. November was an unusual month for them. I did a video on their November operating update. They were going through a transformative period in the month of November, and their production was way down. So the 147 month over month isn't really meaningful. However, it is meaningful that in December, they did 484.5 Bitcoin, and that was the best month the company has ever had. So clearly, it seems like they're getting back on track, and that was a big step in the right direction. Okay, corporate highlights as of January 1st, 2022. The first several of these we talked about. Let me go down to here. Cash on hand was approximately $268.5 million, and total liquidity, defined as cash plus Bitcoin holdings, was approximately $644.3 million. So super, super strong balance sheet. Of all the Bitcoin mining companies, Marathon has the strongest balance sheet in my opinion. Okay, they received approximately 10,365 top-tier ASIC miners from Bitmain during the month of December, and 72,495 miners in 2021, with an additional 10,907 miners currently in transit. So those numbers are staggering. That is by far the most deliveries of any of the North American publicly traded Bitcoin miners in the year 2021, which is why at the end of the year, they had a hash rate of 3.5, which was the highest of all the North American Bitcoin miners. So the last bullet point here, in December, purchased a record number of Antminer S19 XPs. These are the 140 terahash per second machines. That increases Marathon's total mining fleet to approximately 199,000 Bitcoin miners, producing approximately 23.3 exahash by early 2023. Now, if you look through their investor package and what they talked about most of the year, they were going to be at 13.3 exahash by the end of 2022. So this new purchase alone was 10 additional exahash of mining machines. So Marathon's existing facilities, if you go through their investor package, you will see they have maxed out all of their existing facilities. They are building this new facility with Compute North, and that will be an ongoing process throughout the year. So they will be both building this and expanding this and installing miners as they go throughout the year. So this is by far Marathon's biggest challenge. They have 13.3 exahash worth of miners that are either here or will arrive in 2022. So what they need to make sure is that they have the capacity to handle all of these, because currently their capacity is maxed out. Now, I think the facility in Texas, it would appear to say, is up and running, and they will add machines to that as they go while they continue to build it as well. And they say they're going to start that in the first quarter of 2022. We're currently in the first quarter of 2022, so I'm not sure how quickly they're going to get that started. Could already be underway. Now, again, if you go through their investor package, you'll see that that facility that they're working on has the capacity to store all of the machines that they had previously purchased in 2021, up to and including their 13.3 exahash. So that facility has about a 10 exahash capacity. They then did buy another 10 exahash worth of machines to get them to 23.3% exahash in 2023. It would seem to me, based on what I'm reading, that they're going to continue to work with Compute North to create facilities for that 10 exahash as well. So that will be 2023's challenge. They do have to add capacity to run these machines. So this is going to be a constant battle for the next few years, and this is going to be their biggest factor in whether or not they succeed in hitting all of their goals. Okay, so today, Marathon Digital is currently trading at $33.22. It's up 1% today, despite the fact that at the moment, in the middle of the trading day, there is massive, massive downward pressure on Bitcoin. So this was actually up much, much higher. It's down $2 off of its highs just on the day today, and that is mostly due to the downward pressure of Bitcoin, not due to their press release. I think the general public had a positive reaction to their press release. So first, let's take a quick look at their chart on a little bit of a bigger picture. This chart goes back to September 30th. All the Bitcoin miners bottomed out on this date. You can see some of my previous videos. I do an in-depth explanation of that. So since then, most of the Bitcoin miners took a very similar run. Massive, massive run up all the way through about November 9th, when Bitcoin hit its all-time high of $69,000, and then a turnaround. Massive, massive downward pressure for the rest of November and December, particularly a flash crash on December 3rd, down to this point on December 20th, which was the new bottom of this bear run for Bitcoin. And we've had a little bit of a reversal since then, although we are very stuck in a range trying to get out of it. So in the big picture, this stock has fluctuated between under $30 and a high of $83.51 just 2 months ago. They had some perceived bad news on November 15th. They did a $500 million convertible debt offering, but more importantly than that, some subpoenas came to light, and there became a lot of FUD around this stock, and it really did basically crash. Having said that, it's run up from basically October 1st to November 9th, just 1 month and 1 week, was a 163% increase. That was well in excess of all the other Bitcoin miners. So the fact that this ran up so much more is kind of balanced off by the fact that, it came right back down. So a very similar journey, just more exaggerated here on marathons. So that's the big picture. Let's zoom in a little bit and talk some potential price points. So this purple line is its stronger line of support, which dates back to September 29th. And you can see we did not quite test that on December 20th, which was the recent lows. We got near, but we did not test that line. So this line has held up strong for Marathon all along. We had a nice recovery for a few days, and Marathon got up to nearly $40, but found some resistance, as it has in the past, around $40. We've drifted downwards since then, but still well above our line of support. If Bitcoin gets healthy and Marathon continues to give good monthly updates like they did this month, then this stock was trading in around the $57 range just back on December 1st, so that's basically 1 month ago. So there's 73% upside just to get back to where they were last month. So if Bitcoin can get healthy at all over the next few months, I expect this to be a very realistic price target for Marathon. So I'm going to put a 90-day price target on this, but I think there's a possibility it could beat that. So the last number we'll look at is if Marathon can rally back to its all-time high, which it hit on November 9th simultaneously with Bitcoin hitting its all-time high, that would be over $83, pushing $84. That would be a 155% upside on Marathon. Now, Based on the plans that they have in 2022, I believe this is a 1-year price target. So I'm looking at the potential for 155% upside in Marathon, in my opinion. Now, again, please remember, this is not financial advice. This is how I'm looking at these charts, and I'm trying to show you guys my thought process and how I go through this. So this is the upside that I see on Marathon. The downside risk is that either their deliveries don't stay on schedule or the production of their facilities to provide the capacity for their machines to run doesn't stay on schedule. So their big risks are falling behind schedule. Having said that, if they can execute in 2022 and Bitcoin stays reasonably healthy in 2022, then this is my personal 1-year price target. So those are my thoughts on Marathon and this most recent press release that they gave. So if you haven't, please remember to smash the like button. We really appreciate it. If you have any thoughts on this, leave a comment below. Thanks so much, and we will see you in the next video.